me that you lived in the town or the county. I don't know. They like to make laws.
Gee, how does that work, considering that we used to have that here in Connecticut, and then the government stepped in and said we couldn't?
Just say Connecticut.
Connecticut, yeah.
I guess it all depends on how many lawsuits have happened in the past, because people can make funny things happen with lawsuits.
You actually have beaches up there, Clark? I thought it was all rocks.
We've got some very finely contoured beaches.
Oh, how nice. I know the north shore of Long Island here is all rocky from the glaciers. I remember going to the Smithtown Beach there and couldn't even walk on it with the rocks.
And you thought that they came from Connecticut.
Yeah, they did. That's where they came from, Connecticut. South Shore is all sand.
They probably have so much money where Clark lives, they probably did take all the rocks and put them somewhere else.
No, we had the sand imported from the Caribbean.
Is it pink?
That came from the Bahamas, but yes, some of it is.
No kidding.
It's hard to tell with this other QSO happening underneath us, like, you know, when it's... What? Why is that happening?
But here, I got the AGC getting cut way back. So you guys are break the AGC, and I can't even hear them. They're just like a little blip, like a far star.
Well, yeah, you guys are all flattening them, but like between keys, there's just constantly someone there, so it's kind of hard to tell like if it's clear to key up. I don't understand. It's that one-way propagation, man. They don't hear us, I guess.
It's the diode effect that Dirk coined.
You know, that's the thing. Like, if I have my AGC set to a certain point, like, I can't even hear them at all. And you guys just bust through, like, kick the door down.
I got 10 dB of them over here.
Yeah, you guys in the Midwest and out like Western PA, you can have a better copy on guys down south. I think there's a lot of them are in, like, that Kentucky, Tennessee area.
Well, let's open up a web SDR and see how well we're coming into their area.
Hey, that's a really good idea, Billy. I like that idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even hear them. But I'd be interested to know how well I'm doing.
Where are these guys?
Very good. Wow. Guess I'm pretty close to frequency here.
One, two, two.
Make an engine.
Oh yeah, I'm like S9 down there.
This is terrible. I gotta do something with this.
What the hell's this guy doing?
This VFO. Thank you for your patience. N2MIN.
Yeah, nobody waited for you.
That's okay.
Yeah, Billy, you and I are almost the same. You might be a little stronger.
Well, where are those guys and what web SDR are you looking at?
I'm looking at the Lumpkin, Georgia web SDR, and it's kind of by Atlanta, and we're both like S8, S9-ish in there. I don't see anybody else on there, but
That thing kind of compresses pretty good, that guest meter on that.
yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, there's something about that it's just kind of, because if you look at the waterfall versus the guest meter, it's not, there's an AGC thing there. Probably something is just, like it's on FM, like it's being limited.
Let me see. Hello. Yeah, that S meter is not doing much. I'm just looking at the brightness of the carrier streak.
Yeah, that's what I pay attention to.
Yeah, that's what counts.
And then if you can see modulation, you know you're doing good. Oh, my son's calling me. I'll be back. W3 MMR.
W2 very weak. And I am on his SDR down there. Check that.
Yeah, what's up with that? W2BTK. Yeah, me and Perry seem to be about the same down there. Shh. I don't see any modulation. Oh, wait, I see a little bit on me.
Hey, Billy.
Yo. Hey, George, what's going on?
The slightest. But it sounds great, though, all of it. And I'm listening and enjoying. Just following a routine here, meaning starting my fingers, wondering if I can fix this and that. And you guys are keeping me company, and always, grateful for that. Nothing else, Paul. Nothing else. Went out and about today, came back, made some dinner, and that was the end of that adventure. How about you?
I'm just on the radio, talking to my live stream, talking to you guys, drinking soda.
That appeared.
Oh, I shut that web SDR down. I'm not interested. I know those guys hear us. They're just jerks.
Well, you're actually louder there than everybody else is there on that SDR anyway. So you're louder than the people that are down there.
Yeah, it's kind of mind-boggling, isn't it? That we would be out. Me and Clark started the QSO like hours ago, man. We have been out here occupying this frequency, and they only fired up not that long ago. If I'm making that big a splash down there, then yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Those guys are jerks.
Are you saying that those guys are jerks?
I'm saying that, well, really what I'm saying is those guys are jerks.
Are you saying like maybe there's a couple of jerks that are influencing other people maybe that are okay, but they're jerks too because they're being influenced by jerks? Yeah. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I know. I was listening to you guys outside, and well, no, man, I had to get my nerve up, just get on the air here. It was very controversial, even when I got on.
Welcome to the new 3885 W2BTK.
W2VW. Oh no, controversy on AM. Gee, I haven't heard any of that since Herb died.
We need controversy, man.
I double with you.
What?
So I thought I doubled with you. I said, of course, Herb wrote his own material.
I thought he had script writers.
Well, as opposed to other people who just vomit things that they hear in various outlets, talking heads and all that. They come on the air and repeat what they've heard.
One of my favorite 80s groups.
Which one is that?
Talking Heads.
Did you see what's his face on SNL?
David Byrne?
Yeah.
No.
Well, it'll be on YouTube. It wasn't half bad.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
My cat woke up.
What kind of cat?
I heard somebody call him BTK, and George, it's just a black cat. She's really nice to me. I love her.
I'm back.
Hi, back. Well, if it matters any, I've had cats and I love them, and most of the time they love me too. And I miss one. I mean, I can't have one here, but I miss having one. They're good.
Hey Gary, I hear you. You were mixing it up with one of my locals. I heard you, and I'm waving a hand out there to Indiana. So what's going on? A little low, but not that low.
I was just over here listening to you while I'm on the work site. I heard you come in there, and I think I checked in on your video.
I hear him too.
Hello to you. I'm right here in Indy, waiting on propagation when the sun comes in.
Hey, W9 WOO W2BTK. Yeah, I saw you check in and you gave me a follow on the Twitch stream, man. Thanks for that. So I'm glad you're enjoying the live feed and enjoying the banter while you work at your workbench there. But Perry says he hears you. These other guys, I'm not too sure. But you're sounding pretty good here, man. And then you could check that out for yourself. You're on the feed. But I guess I'll pass it over to. I know Perry heard you.
Yeah, good evening, it's Perry. Papa Echo Romeo Yankee. Calls W3MMR in Chester, Pennsylvania, right southwest, 7 miles southwest of Philadelphia. And I'm streaming too on Twitch, twitch.tv/the AM window, and on YouTube as well. Just search the AM window if you want to see how you're doing here too, but Billy's a lot more interactive on his. For sure, but Billy kind of headed away with this all, so yeah, you're coming in good here. You're not real strong. You're above the noise though, but as the evening goes on, the sun goes down, I'm sure your signal will improve. I'll toss it back out to you, W3MMR.
Ain't even dark yet.
I think my son's watching the live stream.
Yeah, to keep tabs on what Dad's up to.
Yeah, probably. I just turned my camera on. I really gotta set up a damn relay for these speakers. I gotta literally turn these speakers down with my hand every time I key up. Every single time. So I can get my monitored audio onto the live stream. Or onto whatever I'm recording. It's very annoying.
Sounds like if you run out of things to screw up while you're on the air, that you should put up a live stream.
Let everybody in on the fun.
There have been at least one, maybe two people who have stumbled on my live stream, and they are not hams, and they hang out there for a little while, and now they're hams. So say what you want. I'm getting people into the hobby with this. W2BTK.
Who would have seen that coming?
I can come up with a set of questions for screening people if you want before they get into the hobby.
Oh God.
I think I'd enjoy that.
I have about a 50% success rate with people that I started on AM. You know, half of them turned out really good, and the other half are total psychos.
WL7B on that note.
Hey, here's Bruce.
Good evening, gentlemen. And I see, Billy, there's no more sniffing anymore, huh?
No, I changed the name to something that I can actually like say to people and not be embarrassed. Except my stupid, I misspelled the word amateur. And now Twitch won't let me change it. I emailed them. I was like, look, I tried rebranding my stream and I made a typo. Is there anything you can do? And they said, no, sorry. Like, just, you know, whatever. Like, stop streaming. Screw you.
No, I saw that. Well, hey, we're amateurs.
It's a big improvement from what you had.
Yeah, but it still bugs me. Now, I made a new Twitch account that has the correct spelling, but, you know, I built this one up, and then after the fact, they told me, like, yeah, since you made that account, like, you'll never be able to switch it, you know, so I'm just stuck. I'm trying something new. I'm streaming on YouTube and Facebook right now also, so I don't know, maybe, I don't know, and I'm restreaming and hosting from the actual spelled correctly amateur radio Twitch to this one, and it's just all screwed up. I'm a little bent about it.
Boy, you are the media mogul.
Are you using Restream, Billy?
Yeah, I'm using Restream.io or whatever, and I'm not that big a fan of it. Like, I think it really screwed up my chat, but the capability to be able to multi-stream is, you know, enough to make me not care about that.
Yeah, it's, the chat's a little funky, and I can't get the Facebook chat to show up in the stream for some reason, but, you know, YouTube does, and my typing and all that stuff does, and it works, it interfaces well with OBS. Like, I can pull the chat box up right from OBS, to see how many people are watching my streams right from OBS, to change the information, like the title of the stream right from OBS. It's really nice. So I like Restream.
I'm going to go hit the shower. I'll be listening on the shower speaker. And I'll be back. W2 very weak.
And Rich is throwing bits at me, man. He's like, I'm up here on the stripper pole, and he's like throwing bits at me.
And hi, Bruce.
Oh, hi. Enjoy your shower.
Thank you.
Oh, he's gonna be listening from the shower. He's got a shower radio. That guy.
Well, he has a shower speaker. That's true, which is cool. Oh, I used to have a speaker in my bathroom down here, but I don't. It was too far away. You know, when you get older, you gotta stay close to the bathroom.
I heard that.
Yeah, I like, if I have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, I'll force myself to go back to sleep, so I don't have to get up and go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah, you know. Well, when you get older, I don't know what it is with us guys, you know. You wake up, I don't know, 3-4 times in the middle of the night. You got to go relieve yourself. So, I don't know what that's all about. I think part of it's my one of my medications. I think that's what's doing it. I don't know, you know. Remember when I was living in Alaska, there was a guy. He used to. He didn't even want to leave his room, so he had a piss pot. He he had like 10 steps to go to get to the bathroom, but he didn't want to go. So he used to just stay in his room and piss in a pot in the middle of the night, and which I thought was kind of different.
Those are called thunder mugs. Very traditional.
Oh yeah, I got a funny story. They used to always come over to my room. I worked for a company up there on a early warning radar site, and I remember the guys. They used to always come over to my room because I had an exhaust fan in my room. So they used to come up there and partake, and so I had a couple chairs. It was and I didn't want them no more, so I got rid of one of the chairs and I gave it to this guy, and then they they decided to do a sweep with a dog, and Christ's sakes, that dog went crazy over that chair. The guy was all mad.
Early warning radar, you mean like the Pine line or the Dew line?
Yeah, it used to be the Dew, call it Dew. It was early warning radar. Yeah, it was a cool place. It was 42 miles to Russia. In fact, they did a article in QST where they went out to Diomede Island and they operated. It was kind of funny to read the article. I wish I knew they were going out there. I would have told them a few things because the weather is really severe out there. I remember I had an Eskimo girlfriend that wanted me to go and live with her out there, and nevertheless I went out there. I checked it out. They did live in a bunch of caves out there. Well, back then, that was back in the late 70s, early 80s, and so I decided wasn't for me, But yeah, that weather was really something. In fact, I missed getting my KL7 call because our mail plane was delayed by almost a month, and my application to the FCC was in the outgoing mail. So I just missed KL7 X-ray, which is what I wanted. But WL7B is good too. So, but yeah, I remember that we had really bad weather that year, and little Diomede Island. 42 miles to Russia. I used to shoot my 44 mag over there all the time. I don't know whether any of the bullets got over there.
You worked on Dew line radar? Good Lord, that's far up there.
Oh yeah. Well, I did the communications for them with all the massages used to go in and out on. That was a good job. I'd sleep all day. Drink all night and sleep all day. How can you go wrong? And rub noses.
Well, that is affectionate now, isn't it? N1 BCG.
Yes, it is. WL7B. In fact, I touched base with an old friend of mine up there a couple years ago, and I asked her, I said, is there any kids running around the village that kind of look like me? And she said, no, there's no kids that look like you, Bruce. There's one that looked like...
It's quite a message.
W2BTK.
Wow, nice signal.
Whiskey 3, Oscar Hotel. It's hard to beat that signal, though.
Hey, Billy.
Yeah, what's up, George?
God, you're over 30. What did you do? Connect yourself to an Eiffel Tower?
Oh, I'm 4 years older than 30. I'm 34. No, what did I do? Nothing, man. I'm just doing what I always do. It's probably conditions and the fact that I have my antenna optimized for local signal, so it works.
You can say that again.
Even though I'm doing pretty well in Georgia.
Oh, I couldn't hear a thing.
Excuse me, you were doing well in Georgia too. You were on the web SDR when I was looking at it before there, Georgia.
Oh, wow. That's really mean propagation. I don't have a computer or anything like it, to get on WSDR. To see myself, hear myself, or whatever. Thanks, I think. I hope the guys didn't mind. You can hear me, but not in this case.
You're strapping, George. Whatever you're doing is working, man.
It's quiet. Sorry, I had to let go of the PTT. I've got a toggle here. I'm holding the toggle down. The conditions are just perfect at the moment right now. Everybody sounds fantastic. And of course, 15 minutes later, it'll be time to say, huh?
Yeah, but the band's holding in there, man. Everybody's strong. I don't know quite well. And Dave went to take a shower. Clark always does an Irish exit. And I don't know where everybody went.
Whiskey 3 Oscar Hotel. I tried to chime in a second ago. I made a double with somebody.
I'm back. Just finishing up my dinner.
Hey Perry, hey Billy, or Bill. I'm not sure if it's Bill or Billy. My bad. And I can't remember who else is in there now.
I'm still in here. W07B, Bruce.
Hey Bruce.
How you been, Bruce? I haven't heard you in a little while. You guys almost moved, or how's the whole Arizona thing going? Arizona, right?
Yeah, it's going. Almost bought a house the other day, but it was lacking two things, and so we didn't end up buying it. But they've got a really active ham club there. I did some searching, and they have the Missile Museum out there, which has a 80-some-odd foot disc-owned antenna that was built by Collins back in the 60s. And you could drive your car up there and undo the coax, plug it into your mobile rig, and you can operate on that antenna, which is kind of cool. And they have a ham station in the Missile Museum too that you can operate. So that's neat. And the ham club in that area has got about 140 members. So I talked to the president, was it yesterday? And nice guy. And yeah, they're real active. They get together, go on picnics and cruises, and ham radio stuff. They got a big bunch of Elmers that'll help everybody out. And it's in a community where antennas are not really allowed. So these guys have really perfected the what's that thing, the flagpole antenna, and a few other things. And he says they get out pretty decent. Plus they got the ham station at the missile base, which has got 2 kW and some beams and stuff that you can use anytime if you want to.
Oh, well, cool, man. Sounds interesting. Good for you. I hope it all goes well. And as seamless as possible. And yeah, well, are you still going to keep your house around here, or are you moving out there and never looking back?
Well, I'm going to sell this house here, that's for sure. I'm done with Connecticut. I still have the place in Canada, so we'll be traveling up there, and as long as I can. I'm hoping to con one of my ham buddies to allow me to put a radio at their house and remote it. So we'll see how that works out. You know, it would be nice to, you know, put a flex, you know, at a buddy's house, and you know, then I'd be able to still talk to everybody from out there. That would be cool.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool. It'd be good to keep in touch, you know. Good to hear from you every now and again. There. So, well, yeah, all right, man. Well, best of luck to you. And I gotta go check on my rice in the microwave. Instant rice, man, the best. That's one thing I hate is cooking regular rice. It just seems to take so long. I can never get it right. But instant rice, that's a whole nother story. I'll be right back. W3MMR.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I bought one of those Instapots a few months back, and about a week ago I cooked rice in it, and boy, did it work good. And it was easy. It came out perfect. It didn't get burned, and yeah, it worked. It worked better than a rice cooker, and it was faster. It took like 5 minutes.
Yeah, my father's got one of those Instapots, man. I know a lot of people that have them, and everybody raves about them. Maybe I should invest. All right, I'll be back. W3MMR.
They work well. I was, what else I made it? I made pulled pork in it. I made spaghetti sauce in it. My God, it's, you know, I make a pretty good sauce anyway. But, you know, I made sauce in the darn thing, and man, it come out, I think it was the best sauce I ever made. And what's nice, you just, you know, it's like Ron Pompei, you know, you set it, and you forget it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that had the spray hair. Remember that?
You know, that stuff is super flammable.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to put it on when you're smoking.
Just like those 80s movies with all the chicks in the bathroom with the hairspray, man. Like, how did any of them not develop, like, lung disease?
I don't know. That was nasty. I remember my mom used to use hairspray. That stuff was nasty.
I used to, like, you know, when I was real young, like the early 90s, all those, like, goofy hairstyles were in, and I wanted to, like, I had hairspray, and I tried it, and then I tried mousse, and that worked, and then, like, what's that? Oh, yeah, pomade. Yeah, when, like, the emo haircuts were popular, those asymmetrical, shaggy haircuts, I had one of those. And I had a thing of pomade. And now, well, I don't have to worry about it.
I hear you. Neither do I. I got the 10-inch part now.
I've got the, male pattern baldness.
$800 service. We know what that is. Yeah, get rid of that. That's probably for solar panels. I haven't been getting very many calls lately. It seems like maybe they all got the virus and died. All these callers.
You gotta ask Clark.
Not giving up. Let's see here. Hello?
Put him on.
That'd be great. Put them on and we can provide the responses.
They don't want to talk to me. I don't know why, but no, I haven't been getting very many. Usually it starts about 3 o'clock in the afternoon till about 9. And, but I just noticed that. I haven't been getting them lately, which is okay by me. Most of the time I don't answer them anyway. And, it's nice if you're watching TV, this Xfinity, the number comes right up on the screen, which is nice, so you can, you know, other than hearing the phone ring, it's a nice feature. But Oh yeah. It's getting dark out. I got all the garbage cans out. We're rocking now. Suburbia.
Was that a scam call?
Yeah, it was one of those 800 calls. They called once. I picked up, nobody was there. Then they called back, like a minute later, they called again. Nobody was there, so I don't know. But it seems, I don't know, Clark, have you been getting them regular? Because mine has dropped way down.
No, they've been hanging up on me. I've been actually hurt.
Oh, I hate when they do that. Especially if you need somebody, I like talking to them myself.
I'm here to be scammed, and they hang up on me. It's very upsetting.
I know. Well, especially when you have to say, do you want to be my friend? I don't have any friends. Do you want to be my friend? And then they hang up on you. Talk about a blow.
Maybe you're saying it wrong.
Maybe. I try to be sincere about it. At least I'm not yelling at the top of my lungs like my wife does when they call.
You gotta get your special needs kid in the background if you have one, and feed him during the scam call. That was one of my favorite ones. And then the one where they're on a cruise and the boat horn keeps going off and all that. That was good. You got him going with that, Clark.
Yeah. It's oh God.
Hey, have you seen Clark's YouTube channel?
No.
It's well, tell Clark, you there? I guess not. It used to be Scam the Scammer, but I think he changed it to Scam Jam. And you can search YouTube for that, and they're pretty funny. Clark's got all scammers calling him, and he signs up and makes sure he gets this boom sucks. Make sure he gets a few calls a day, and then he's got audio soundboards ready to go, and all these shticks that he does, and it's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, he's a professional.
That he is.
I remember years ago my old Coast Guard roommate up in Boston. He was from Long Island, and his buddies, down there, and they used to call up different places and record them, they call up a bar. They go, "Is my daddy there?" Crank calls. Actually, some of them were very funny. But, yeah, they used to do that. But that was back in the 70s, they were doing this stuff. So that was before all this big-time technology.
I think it all started with The Simpsons. Remember the early episodes of The Simpsons? Bart always prank called Moe's the bar, asking for Oliver. Oliver who? Oliver clothes off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you guys used to do. Same thing. Exact same thing. Is Dick